So let me just brief you guys about what is e-yantra if you don't know. So it is a IIT Bombay flagship robotics competition, okay, and they have a variants in it. e-yantra robotics competition, e-yantra idea competition, and also they have a one lab setup initiative. So we will not go into the deep like what their variant is. We just talk about why this competition matters to us. I hope whoever joined this meet, maybe they have participated or participate in this competition. So I guess the registration just closed yesterday, right? 27 or something. So yeah. So today I'll try to give you the insights what I have learned in my journey of Yantra, and what right now I am experiencing in my current field. Okay. So we'll talk about project management and team building and my personal experience. Okay. So first of all, you should have a question that why you should not care about projects at all. Let's not just focus on the e-yantra part. Let's just focus on the project part. I hope who guys follow me on the LinkedIn, they have must have seen this picture because I just posted this picture yesterday, and also talk about the why project matters in the engineering field or in any engineering perspective. Okay. So why you should not care about it? If you understood real engineering is, you are good at communication, you understood the resource management. So most of you present here don't know the resource management. The resource is basically the material which you are referring to learn something. Okay. So just like consider your academics. Some professor came into the class and just give you the topic. Here today we'll talk about one IC, or in mechanical today we'll talk about heat transfer, or in a computer we'll talk about software engineering cycle. Okay. So they just give you the topic name and they'll start to explain. Okay. But when you go in the industry or when you in the such type of competition, you don't have such a professor to babysit you like spoon feeding. Okay. So you have to search for the material, you have to search for the information. Okay. So this information is basically information, experience, and different perspective of this information is basically come into this picture that called resource, and how we can know which resource is good for us or not. Okay. So how you can do this? So this is basically called resource management. Okay. The links, the documents, the websites, the YouTube videos, webinars, seminars, whatever your seniors can also consider, you can consider as a resource. Okay. And also the and you know how to manage a team, and you know how to be creative in every sense and the maintain the originality. If you know these five things, then you should not care about projects. Okay. If you don't know any one of them, then you should care. So basically I am just explain you why these such kind of projects matters. Okay. And at the last one thing came, you really don't care about engineering. That's why you should not care about projects. Okay. So I just cleared my why I am doing this presentation. Okay. So let's start with e-yantra perspective now. So e-yantra basically gives us the multidisciplinary hands-on learning project setup. Okay. So the IIT Bombay has started this initiative around 10 years ago, 2011 or 12 maybe. So they have just started with the hands-on learning concept. What is a hands-on learning? But it's basically like what you are learning in your academics, and what are new things out there in the industry, and how you can apply in the real world. Okay. So they have different types of themes like agriculture, or dairy, or industry 4.0 or a blockchain. Okay, so they have different themes every year. So that's why Yantra holds somewhat importance in like real world engineering. You call yourself. You, I face myself or my friends even they always find exams so much stressful because they don't have anything like fun element. Like what will I do after memorizing this theory? What will I do after memorizing Kirchhoff's law? हाँ, क्या करेंगे हम ये सब मेमोराइज करके? आफ्टर एग्जाम यू विल फॉरगेट ना. After like let's say you are in the fourth semester or like fifth semester, okay, fifth or third, okay, and you are giving a one external exam and you are preparing for it like for months before, and after the exam you will just erase your mind because now you want to experience the fun, now you want to experience the vacation part, okay. Now you after that exam finish and you will come back to college, you will now start over. You don't remember, you don't remember the experience what you have in a fifth semester or a third semester, okay. So you cannot apply in like you are not going forward with your information and experience. So that's why Yantra holds the important to bringing forward the experience what you are learning, okay. So let me give you the insights of how to good at yantra. So I will not talk about the winning part. I will talk about uh, how you can like what will you be after yantra, okay. Even if you win, even if you fail, or even if you just like average, okay. So basically I would like to say first, it's a marathon. Marathon so hai koi kaise?
Long race.
Yeah. And what is a sprint basically? Sprint race, anyone know?
A very short race.
Yeah. So e-yantra is like a long-term race. You need to give a time to like actually utilize yourself there. Okay. So it is a marathon, not a sprint rate. If you are thinking it is a sprint, then please don't participate here. The conclusion is from it, don't participate. And uh, basically, as I said you, it is a long race. So you have to play with the long-term people, with the long-term mindset. Okay, so you have to build a team which ready to give long amount of time. Okay, so like if they have a different priorities, so please don't consider them. Okay, so it is a long term game with long term people with a long term mindset. Okay, and also like yantra is basically focusing on the field called robotics. So robotics, it is a not a field, it is a multidisciplinary field. Basically it includes the multiple fields in it, like embedded system, like a computer science topic, software development, and the control system part that we control the PID and all, and mechanical perspective, which is a uh, physics simulation and IPs and okay. So it includes the various engineering fields. That's why yantra gives us more benefit than one field. Okay, so it will just if you do this yantra, you just develop algorithmic thinking in your mind. So it is basically a logical thinking, okay. So what is logical thinking? Like you have a one problem, and what we do in right now before yantra, we just like we have a problem and we just try to solve it with whatever we have. Okay, my I don't know this subject, let's just try to read the book. Basically you just do this. But what is algorithmic thinking? It just gives the it uh, breaks the problem into the chunks and try to solve one chunk at a time, okay. And also you give other chunks to your teammates. So I am solving one chunk, you solve other chunk, you solve another chunk, okay. So that is basically algorithmic thinking. And that and after that I'll explain you the work delegation, how you give your work to your peer teammates, okay, peers basically. Okay, so you have must have the confusion who should be the leader, right? So I suggest whoever makes the team, whoever calls the shot, basically, like after whatever your team right now, I don't know how you choose it, but I am just giving you the sense that how you should be the leader or what leader should do. So leader, whoever making the team or already made the team, they should be the leader because they know the other person's skills and how to manage them, because leader always connected with their teammates, even their teammates mutually are not connected. Okay, so that's how you can consider yourself as a leader. And uh, and if you think leader don't do the work, then you are considering yourself not a leader, because there must be the 60-40 ratio. If you are the leader, then you should do the 60% of the work. Okay, and if you are the teammate, then you should do the 40% of the work. Okay, so that's how you can hold your accountability. બેઝિકલી જવાબદારી કહેવાય કે તમે લીડર છો અને તમારે એ કેવું આમ you should call the shots. એવું નહીં કે ભાઈ કોઈ જ જવાબદાર નથી. What happens in later stage after 2-3 months, everybody has their different priorities. Okay, they just forgot about the e-yantra part, and they just fall in love with the academics or something else. So what leaders should do, they just need to remind them that we have one goal which we have started 2-3 months back. Okay, we need to carry on with our whatever we are doing right now. So that is basically accountability. Leaders should develop this. So uh, maybe sometimes also happens that leader is not doing any work and their teammates are doing some scattered work. Like one person is working on a programming, one person is working on same problem. Okay, two-person are working on same problem. So what it will do, it will just like it will create a redundancy over the task. Like there will be two solution, and now we need to choose what is a better solution. Instead of it, try to brainstorm the solution. Don't just create solution on a individual basis. Okay, and yeah, that require the out of box thinking. You should not always focus on the your what is the syllabus thing. Okay, and yeah, Yantra just is like a feature addition to your skill. Like if you don't know image processing in your second year or a third year, you will know. Uh, like whatever the different aspects of the engineering is there, Yantra will teach you. It is not just a competition. It is a massive online open course. They called as a MOOC, MOOC. So they will provide you the problem statement. They will provide you the relevant resources, basic resources, and now you have to build a solution which is like a original solution. You can consider as an out of box solution. Okay, so that's why you should focus on a yantra. I just explained my why of yantra. Okay, now how to yantra, like how we can contribute here. So basically, this how is basically the building team and the prioritization. Okay, growth mindset is all about you are ready to learn new concepts. Okay, you are ready to learn, you are ready to evolve yourself. Fixed mindset is basically भाई हम तो इतना ही करेंगे, इससे ज्यादा नहीं करेंगे, हो गया अपना, ठीक है ना. फिक्स्ड माइंडसेट वही आपको क्या वो लिमिट बाउंड कर देता है अपनी, कि यू शुड नॉट गो बियॉन्ड योर सेल्फ. ग्रोथ माइंडसेट इज जस्ट टेलिंग यू दैट if you don't know, learn. Okay, growth mindset is all about that. And yeah, one person said that if you just if you have done something, now you are focusing on the improving part. Okay, so like there is one misconception also that like people improve before they started. So those don't just try that. Just build your basic solution, then try to improve. Don't try to improve before building the solution. Okay, that will just create a chaos. है ना? You will just discuss in your WhatsApp group that no, this solution is better, no, this solution is better, this solution will be 0.1% better. Okay, so what I say that you should first build the basic solution, like if it's solving the problem in some manner, and then try to improvise. Okay, that's the growth mindset I'm talking about. And basically these are some list what you see in your team. So basically how you can build your team. So it is a leader's task. Okay, so first you need to look for the complementary skill set. So if you guys know the complementary, if you guys don't know what it is, let me explain. So complementary skill set is all about like this. If you have one hand, if you have second hand, you just like complementary, right? So if you do this, this will not become a complement. It will just same. Okay, like consider the example. Like there are four people in the team, right? Mostly Yantra gives us this kind of a number, and one guy know programming, one guy know the mathematical modeling control system and all about, who interested in the conceptual part. Okay, one guy interested in a like programming, like the coding part. Okay, and the third guy is interested in the design part. Okay, how you can design your robot, or how can you design your project, whatever it is. So these are some complementary skills. I am not just this is the only. You should define your complementary skill set according to your project theme. Okay, and if you don't have the skill, just try to develop skills in such manner that everybody is not doing the same thing. That's what I'm just telling you. And if you choose your people from the different departments, like that's like one guy from the mechanical, one guy from the computer, one guy from the EC, one guy from the IC. Okay, so what we'll do, IC people understand more about control system, mechanical people understand more about the physics, and the EC people more about the IC and the embedded system part. Okay, and the computer people more focusing on the algorithmic and the coding part. So if you like build this kind of amalgamation, okay, the mixture of the department, then you will be like invincible. So what happens in the Yandra, most of the people build their team with their friends, in the with the peers, like in the like it's sitting next to each other, like let's just do the Yantra. So they both have same skill, like I am also interested in coding, you are also interested in coding, let's do this Yantra. So that will not like, it will not go forward much. Okay, you will lose interest somehow in later stage. So yeah, that's all about complementary skill sets. Yeah, and the third one is like priority and the focus. So like people, some I just already talked about it. Priority, you need to set your priority according to your goals. Okay, if you want to do the MBA in later stage, then if you want to do the masters in later stage, if you want to do the job in later stage, if you want to do the startup in later stage, this yantra will help you in every cases. Can someone tell me how it will benefit you in later stage in some every cases which I have talked? MBA, startup, a job, and the masters of in technical fields. Can someone tell me?
लर्निंग अ न्यू स्किल सेट वो भी आगे काम आएगा like how to
Yeah,
learn something
yes,
खुद
obviously.
without anyone's help.
Yeah, the new skills, it's like a core thing of yantra, like the team management and the new skill set which you don't know. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And th- I'll talk about in further slides about the skills. And yeah, that's it. So let me give you the brief how you it will help you. So basically, e-yantra gives you the some sense of a self-learning attitude. Like you can do anything on yourself. Okay, you will choose your team. There is no need of professors. You will manage your team. There is again no need of professors. You will manage your time, manage your resources, manage your exams. Okay, and now in the whole class you will have something more with compared to everyone. Okay, like if someone like tell you that come on the stage and tell us about yourself, so you will include this e-yantra part in it. So it is less like a feature addition to yourself. Like I have done something which basically uh, grows me in every sense. Like if you are in the interview and for a job, if you are in the interview for the MBA, like you are going to into some of top class IIMs, then you will say this part. Okay, so this is the part where you will proud yourself. Okay, that's why I am saying if you do this, like you will have something to say after the 4 years. Like I have done something more than academics. Okay, yeah, and the leader should not be chosen, it needs to be already there. That what I just told you in previous slide. Whoever makes the team, that should be the leader. And how you can choose a team? So basically it requires the networking part. Okay, so I talked a lot of on LinkedIn that networking is the best thing you can do. I find some people that they don't just like networking, they like to work alone. So that is not a problem. But if you want to like scale yourself, like if you have a idea, yantra idea or any idea or any project idea, you should do with the team. Because what you think, it just only surround yourself. Okay, you have in your mind and you cannot brainstorm with yourself only. You need some feedback from the others. Okay, you need some other experience of the people, then mixture it in one form. We call it a project or a product, anything in later stage. So yeah, networking, like you find a similar minded people. For that, you just start with the observation. Start to observe your lab session, start to observe your class, means the lecture part. Start to observe in like who is doing somewhat more. Okay, who is putting extra efforts in his life and whatever. Not about talking about the technological field. Okay, if someone is good at a video editing or documentation, like if you've seen someone that he build a document very nicely or she build a document very nicely, so focus on the observation part. Observe people, how they operate, how they work, and what are their skill set, and try to be friends with them. Okay, so it is basically networking. And networking should not be focused on the agenda. Like I have a yantra initiative, I want to do the yantra, that's why I am talking with you. That should not be the case. It will come after when you utilize that network. Okay, so if you are not participated in Yantra, that's okay. Just try to network with the people in your college with a similar minded. Okay. And after eventually you will find your teammate in it. Okay. That's the one thing. And yeah, the last point, leaders works most. Okay. That is the thing. Yeah, that's all about how you should build a team, how you should operate in a yantra part, and how you should operate after and before yantra, the networking. Okay, so let's talk about my personal experience. So I'll talk about more of side technical perspective. I talked already the non-technical, the management side of it, and then I'll talk about the technical side. I hope some of you like it. So yeah, what I learned in my third year, basically I was in the fifth sem. eh, no, I was in the fifth sem starting. I participated in e-yantra robotics competition around 2020 last sem. 2021 starting. Yeah. So I learned in my third year this such technical skills. Path planning algorithm, which basically essential in any robotics. If you make any robot, then this path planning is will be the necessary. So there are different concepts. Basically, it is a algorithms. It is just a way of defining a program. So there are different algorithms which I learned, and I never came across these terms: A star, DFS, depth first search, breadth first search, digestra, and all about these things is basically taught to the computer science people because it is their code field. But we learned it. Okay, then I also got to know and introduced about the image processing, OpenCV and Python. So believe me, in my whole class in third year, no one knew about it, the OpenCV. Okay, and after I participated in e-yantra, and I got to know more about the OpenCV and the Python stuff. So I took one webinar also in my fourth year starting. Like after the third year, the summer vacation came and the people are doing summer internship. I have not done any in summer internship. I gave one webinar about the OpenCV and Python. Okay, with compared to my most of the classmate, they don't even heard of the OpenCV. Okay, so also we got to know about the robotic simulation, the physics part and the simulation part, how you can build your robot before building actually in the real world, how it will act. You can program it, you can build it, whatever you want to do. Like it's just like a game part, okay, gaming kind of stuff. So there I learned like this virtual robotics experimentation platform we called as a Copelia sim and all the plugins and the Lua scripting. Also the my favorite subject came into the picture, which is a control system. So this subject I learned in my fifth semester. They called as a control theory. Okay. I don't know if you guys have this subject right now or not, but control theory, when the professor teaches us like this control theory, this is talk about the theoretical part. This is the you have a system equation, the Laplace equation, like s square plus s some kind of, and it doesn't make sense to us like what actually I have to do with this equation. I just have to solve like getting the poles and the zeros. Okay, so what is the poles and zeros? I don't know how actually I need to apply in a real life. How can I visualize it? So yantra gives me this like kind of a wing that you visualize this control theory in real world. So there the control system came into the picture, that I got interest in this control system. So yeah, system modeling, the FPD. In my 11th 12th standard, I love physics, but eventually after choosing the engineering, I lost my interest somehow. And after third year, I just got back to the physics part. So that yantra gave me the physics part. And also yeah, documentation. We made lots of the writing docs and videos and the presentation about how our uh, project or the robot working. Basically, you don't make a PPT for others. You make PPT for your teammates. Like if you have concept in your mind and you are just trying to explain them, like, see, this is what I'm talking about. See, this is what I'm talking about. But they will not understand. Basically, you need to treat your team like a company. Like you are giving some presentation in your company, just like you are doing, just like you have to do here. Like you are doing some things in a formal way. Like, see, this is the presentation which I am giving. Okay, just like right now I am explaining you what is yantra. I can just give you the sense of yantra on a call. I have done with many people, Anshul, Dhyanam and all. Okay, but I thought I can like amplify my insights with this Sunday Meet initiative. Why not to do this? Okay, that's why this presentation skill is came from this. Ah, so I learned this much skill. Okay, and I have a teammate. Like right now he's present. I just let me know. Tutat, are you there?
Yeah, yes, please.
Huh. So Kritar, we started we did yantra together, okay, and so we learned these skills like complementary kind of perspective. This is the all skill which we learned in a group, okay. So like Kritar, do you want to like put some highlight over the technical experience of us?
No, yeah, everything covered whatever you said, but it is uh, what do you say? You learn everything from scratch. So if even if you don't find a person who knows different kind of skills, and you don't get teammates from various branches, so like that's not a worry. Uh, at first time when we participated, it was just we were all from the same branch. We chose teammates from uh, like in from our friends, so that was not a good decision to take. But nevertheless, like you're nothing in loss. Even if you do something wrong in the first time of Yenta, no worries, you can participate again. You learn something the next time. So my seniors had given me advice to choose teammates from various branches, so that you get a balanced team. But uh, we didn't follow that somehow that time. So that was not a loss for us, because you learn by your mistakes, right? So you will get another time to participate next year. But don't just give away the efforts if you don't get a best team that you are expecting. You don't get best teammates. Even if you are a one or two people, you just have to give a fight till the last, because then you'll get something that's worth.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. If you whatever I just explained you in earlier slides that I didn't follow, that's why I am saying right now that what I have learned, okay. So I don't want you guys to make the same mistake. If you make the same mistake, then there is no point of this Sunday meet. What I okay, Yantra insights. That's just I want to give you the brief idea what I have just what we did the mistake and what we learned. Okay. So yeah, so we learned this such skills, image processing, the robotic simulation part. So after that, in sixth semester, we need to build some project on the embedded system. Okay, so which have some microcontroller and which is working on some application. Okay, so what we thought, we can build a robot on our like ourselves. Okay, so here you can see it's the same teammate Krutart is there holding the laptop. Okay, and this is the Vraj. Like he is like a more of uh, algorithmic thinking perspective person. So and this is me. So we started this project. It is a academic project. Okay, after after Yantra, Krutat, like correct me. After we started Yantra, right? This project.
It was ongoing. Yantra was started, and we were in the middle of the competition when we started AOC. So we were
Yeah,
doing both in parallel at when it was about to end.
yeah. So the this project is about the for the sixth semester, and Yantra is also going simultaneously. So we just adapt those technologies, means the robotic simulation, the the control system part. Okay, so we just adapted that in our project. So we first built our robot in a robotic simulator. So when we presented our this simulation to our my professors, they have no idea what we are doing. They just don't even know about like what is a copelia sim. Can you just write me the name? Okay, so that's impact what we made. Like we just came with the new stuff, like fancy stuff. Like they used to call the Vraj professor used to call the this robotic simulator as a આ બધું fancy fancy ના ચાલે આપણે માઇક્રો કંટ્રોલર બતાવો. So I just literally have the his word like his professor told him exactly like આ બધું fancy fancy ના ચાલે, આ બધું શું છે, આ મજાક ચાલી રહ્યું છે. Okay, after we build this project, our project is like nominated for the presentation to the first year people. It is not the fancy stuff. You have to look for the core stuff like the physics, how it is working. Most of the EC professor or even people don't know about the physics simulation even. Okay, so we just adapted that e-yantra part here. Okay, that benefit us very much. Then the presentation, first of all, it triggers the Sunday, like basically this project we did. After that we need to present to our professors on a weekly basis. So we are like not good at that much presentation what I am right now. So we just started to like present with our friends. Krutat was there, and Braj, and there are some few people, some few friends there. So we just present with each other and just pointed out that, hey, you should not try, you should not speak this. You should not tell everyone that you how you have done. You just have to tell the bigger picture and some kind of presentation stuff. Okay, so that is how the Sunday Meet born. I hope some of people like curious about how Sunday Meet started and all. This is how it started, and we built this project when the lockdown going on. Okay, it is a home lab setup initiate, home lab kind of a concept. We made this whole project from the scrap part. You can see over here, right? It is a wooden plate, and I have one pen holder. So I just broke it and like made this some small tower and put this servo in here. You can see the cellotape here, right? Yeah. And we made its hand with the cup. Like we have like a plastic cup, and I have cut it into the two pieces. So that's how we made it. Still, it is in like professor need not professor does not need the full fledged robot. Okay, they just need a proof of concept. That was just we have provided. Yeah, that's all about my experience in Yantra, and then we did this also. So this is my workplace where I've done this project. It just look messy. Sorry for that. And that's all for today. Okay, so if you guys interested in to join our community, so I am sharing my LinkedIn profile. You can just reach out to me about whatever you like in the present.